A very good morning to class 6 student. Class 6 student, now we are going to revise the chapter number 1. The name of the chapter number 1 is the computer system. The computer system will talk about, in this chapter will talk about the computer system. What are computer system? All of you know that the computer system has three main parts: hardware, software and the user. Who all are the user? We are the user. So introduction part. A computer system has three main components: hardware, software, and we, the user. The equipment associated with a computer system is called hardware. That means the things which are connected to a computer is called hardware. In hardware, these all things are included: keyboard, mouse, speaker, monitor, CPU, printer, right? Software is a set of instructions that tell the hardware what to do. Software is what? Software is the installed program in a computer system is called software. User are the most important component of the computer system because user is going to operate the computer system. People use the power of the computer for different purposes. You know that nowadays what had happened, coronavirus is spreading and we all are at our homes. So how can we are going to do our studies? We can go to do our studies through only computers. That means the mobile system is also be related to a computer system. Yes. So hardware is what? Computer hardware is a collection of all the parts of the computer you can physically touch. A computer is a machine that can be programmed to accept the data, process it into useful information, and store it away in secondary storage device for safekeeping or later reuse. The processing of input and output directly by the software but performed by the hardware. The examples of hardware, all of you know that the examples of hardware are keyboard, mouse, printer, monitor, hard disk, CPU, motherboard, RAM. They are the hardwares. Software, I already told you, and I'm going to tell you the definition of that one. A software is a set of programs that governs the operations of a computer system and its related device. It is a collection of instructions that enables the user to interact with computer, its hardware, or perform tasks. Without a software, most of computers would be useless. So software can be broadly divided into two categories. We divided the software in two categories. The categories are system software and the application software. A system software control all internal activities of a computer system. All the internal activities controlled by a system software, and also one between all the attachment components of a computer system. A system software is a software that helps computer to run, like Windows, Linux. They are the operating softwares. Right now we all are using the Windows software. And language processor, assembler language, compiler, and the interpreter are the example of system software. And now let us learn about what are application software. An application software, all of you know that nowadays what had happened, some of the files you are not be able to upload, or you can't be able to open that particular files in your mobile phone. So what do? You are going to upload some other applications to open that particular file. So that one is called application software, right? So different application softwares are available in a Play Store. You are nowadays you are going to install from that site. An application software enables the user to complete the task, such as creating documents, spreadsheet, database, and application, doing online research, sending email, designing graphics, running business, and even playing games also. Even for playing games we are going to upload the different applications, softwares, right? Word processing softwares. Now moving forward to the next one, relationship between hardware and software. Students, what had happened, without a software, hardware is nothing, and without a hardware, software is nothing. That means both are the part of each other, right? So now let us talk about relation between hardware and software. Hardware and software are dependent on each other. I already told you both are dependent on each other. Both of them must work together to make a computer produce a useful output. Without combination of both the equipments, we haven't get the useful output. So the combination is very important. A software cannot be utilized without the hardware, and without a hardware we can't be able to utilize the software also. A hardware without a set of programs to operate upon cannot be utilized and it's useless. To get a particular job done on the computer, relevant software should be loaded into the hardware. Definitely, because nowadays what had happened, whenever we get some messages from our friend side, what had happened, we can't be able to open that messages in our mobile phones. So what we do, we'll open, either we upgrade the software, either we are going to upload some applications, then after we can open that particular message. So different software application can be loaded on a hardware to execute different jobs. Yes, if you want to make a collage in your mobile phone, you have to upload a collage file, collage application. If you want to make a PDF, you have to upload a application software, PDF maker. So in a same manner, different software application can be loaded on a hardware to execute different jobs. Jobs mean different type of exercises. A software act an interface between the user and the hardware. Yes, because we can't be able to communicate with a hardware without a software. So the mediator, the interface between the hardware and the software is whom? The user. The user is only the mediator person who is going to use the hardware and the software, and software act an interface between the user and the hardware. So now we'll talk about the classification of computer. So computers are available in various sizes, all of you know that, and for various purposes the basic function of the computer remain the same. The basic functions of the computer are same. Computer are classified into three main categories. The categories are purpose, means which purpose, size, technology. So computer classified basic on purpose. The basic purposes are general purpose computer, special purpose computer. General purpose computers means the general purpose computer, those computers which are used for general computing purpose. Like if you are going to only, you want to type letters, making presentation, using the internet, playing games, all out of desktop, laptop, even a smartphones and general purpose computers. So they are called the general purpose computer, in which you are going to no use of internet and you are simply using internet for typing letters, nothing else. And the next one are special purpose. For special purpose computers, special purpose computers are used for specific application. They cannot perform any other task. For example, a computer used for automatic aircraft handling, which only perform their task. It cannot be used by type letters. We can't be able to automatically handle the aircraft through a typing letters. A weather forecasting computers which are only forecast about the weather. We cannot play games on that because they are designed for the weather forecast only. So that's why. Computer classified based on size also. There are two types of computer, micro and mini computers. So micro computer, they are least powerful and most common use computer system. They are least powerful. These are portable computers, छोटे होते हैं. They are easily carried from one place to another, right? They are small in size. I already told you they are very small. They do not have large storage capacity and they don't have a large storage, don't have large storage capacity. They carry out general input output operations having memory devices. They use to general purpose calculations. Basically the calculations we are going to do the calculation in each and every computer. Commonly used microcomputers are desktop, personal computer, laptop, tablet, smartphone, etc. Mini computers, what are mini computers? They are faster and powerful than microcomputers. They are faster than the microcomputers. The computer can perform more complex tasks. More complex means ज़्यादा कठिन काम कर सकते हैं. They are larger in size. They are larger in size, have high processing speed, and the processing speed of this computer is very high. दे आर मोर एक्सपेंसिव, ज़्यादा महंगे होते हैं देन माइक्रो कंप्यूटर. दे आर डिज़ाइन फॉर सर्व मल्टीपल यूजर्स सिमिल्टेनियसली. बहुत सारे यूजर्स एक साथ काम कर सकते हैं. मिनी कंप्यूटर्स आर डिज़ाइन फॉर साइंटिफिक रिसर्च. बेसिकली दे आर डिज़ाइन फॉर साइंटिफिक रिसर्च, डेटा कलेक्शन, कंप्यूटर एड डिज़ाइंस एंड इंडस्ट्रियल प्रोसेस. यानी आप लोगों के लिए नहीं. मेन फ्रेम कंप्यूटर, व्हाट आर मेन फ्रेम कंप्यूटर्स? These computers are larger than mini computer. They are larger than the mini computer. Their main characteristic, विशेषताएं क्या हैं? They are very high processing speed. उनकी प्रोसेसिंग स्पीड बहुत हाई होती है. एंड कैन स्टोर लार्ज अमाउंट ऑफ डेटा. बहुत सारा डेटा अपने अंदर स्टोर कर सकते हैं. दे हैव लार्ज इंटरनल मेमोरी. उनकी इंटरनल मेमोरी बहुत ज़्यादा होती है. दीज कंप्यूटर कंज्यूम ओनली मोर इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. बहुत ज़्यादा बिजली कंज्यूम होती है. दीज कंप्यूटर्स आर वेरी एक्सपेंसिव. और ये बहुत महंगे होते हैं एज़ कम्पेयर टू मिनी कंप्यूटर्स की अपेक्षा. दे कैन सपोर्ट थाउजेंड्स ऑफ यूजर्स सिमिल्टेनियसली. और एक ही बार में हज़ारों लोगों को एक साथ काम कर सकते हैं लोग इसमें. मेन फ्रेम आर यूज इन बैंकिंग इंस्टीट्यूशंस. ये अधिकतर कहाँ यूज़ होते हैं? बैंकों में, स्टॉक एक्सचेंज में, इंश्योरेंस कंपनीज़ में, जहाँ पे बहुत डेटा बहुत ज़्यादा होता है, जो कि उसका डेटा ही उसकी रीढ़ की हड्डी होता है. बगैर डेटा के कंपनियां बिल्कुल ख़त्म सी हो जाएंगी. सो मेन फ्रेम कंप्यूटर्स डूइंग अ स्पेसिफिक रोल ऑन दैट. नाउ द सुपर कंप्यूटर, दीज आर कंसिडर एज द मोस्ट पावरफुल कंप्यूटर. दे आर मोस्ट पावरफुल कंप्यूटर्स. दे आर मेन कैरेक्टरिस्टिक, उनकी विशेषता क्या है? दे आर लार्जेस्ट एंड फास्टेस्ट कंप्यूटर. बहुत बड़े बड़े होते हैं और बहुत ही तेज़ होते हैं, फास्टेस्ट होते हैं. दे हैव वेरी हाई प्रोसेसिंग स्पीड. उनकी जो प्रोसेसिंग स्पीड होती है मीन्स प्रोसेसिंग टू गोइंग टू कैलकुलेशन वट एवर द इंस्ट्रक्शन गिवन बाय द यूज़र, एंड दे आर गिविंग यू द आउटपुट विद इन अ सेकेंड्स. दे हैव एक्सट्रीमली लार्ज स्टोरेज कैपेसिटी. और इनकी स्टोरेज कैपेसिटी बहुत बड़ी होती है. दे आर मोस्ट एक्सपेंसिव. बहुत महंगे होते हैं. दे आर डिफ़िकल्ट टू डिज़ाइन. और इन्हें बनाना बहुत ही हार्ड है. एंड बेसिकली दे आर यूज इन नासा और इसरो. दे आर द ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस ऑफ, कौन सी ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस हैं? नासा, जो अंतरिक्ष का अध्ययन करते हैं, ब्रह्मांड का, यूनिवर्स का. यूज सुपर कंप्यूटर टू ट्रैक द कंट्रोल स्पेस डिस्कवरीज. जो कि स्पेस में जो भी नया कुछ मिलता है तो उसकी डिस्कवरीज में इनका हाथ होता है. सुपर कंप्यूटर्स आर ऑल्सो यूज इन न्यूक्लियर एनर्जी रिसर्च. एंड दे आर ऑल्सो यूजिंग इन न्यूक्लियर मीन्स जो न्यूक्लियर बॉम्ब्स होते हैं या न्यूक्लियर एक्टिविटीज़ होती हैं उनमें, जैसे मिलिट्री एजेंसीज एंड पेट्रोलियम एक्सप्लोरेशन, इन सब में इनका काम किया जाता है. सुपर कंप्यूटर्स का इनका यूज़ किया जाता है. नाउ मूविंग फॉरवर्ड टू द कंप्यूटर क्लासिफाइड बेस्ड ऑन टेक्नोलॉजीज़. We classified the computers in their based on technologies also. Digital computers, analog computers, and hybrid computers, and that's it. 3 type of computers are there. A simple electronic based computer is a digital computer. These computers worked on principle of binary codes. All of you know that the binary number written in a form of 0 and 1. All input provides in a digital computer are converted into a binary digit. जो भी हम input देते हैं हम अपनी लैंग्वेज में लिखते हैं. We are going to write it down in English words, but they convert into a binary digit. They possess memory devices and can store informations. A digital computer show the result of the input ऑन द कंप्यूटर स्क्रीन, एंड जो आउटपुट का रिजल्ट आता है वो उसको डिस्प्ले कहाँ करता है, कंप्यूटर की स्क्रीन में. एंड इनपुट कैन बी इन अ फॉर्म ऑफ करेक्टर्स और नंबर्स, और जो इनपुट होता है वो करेक्टर्स के फॉर्म में लिखा जाता है, जो हम इनपुट करते हैं, जो हम देते हैं, या नंबर्स में. और डिजिटल कंप्यूटर कैन परफॉर्म अर्थमेटिकल ऑपरेशंस, और डिजिटल कंप्यूटर जो होता है वो अर्थमेटिकल ऑपरेशंस करता है. अर्थमेटिकल ऑपरेशंस में आता है एडिशन, सब्ट्रैक्शन, मल्टीप्लिकेशन एंड डिवाइड. एंड ऑल्सो लॉजिकल ऑपरेशंस, लॉजिकल ऑपरेशंस भी करता है, लॉजिकल, ग्रेटर देन, स्मॉलर देन, और एंड. एनालॉग कंप्यूटर्स. व्हाट आर एनालॉग कंप्यूटर्स? Analog computers are used to process data in which is continuous in nature. Their input is continuously physical phenomena such as electric, mechanical and hydrochloric quantities. ये एनालॉग जो कंप्यूटर होता है ये एटमॉस्फेयर में अवेलेबल होता है, उसी के फिनोमेना में, इलेक्ट्रिक, मैकेनिकल और हाइड्रोक्लोरिक क्वांटिटीज़ में. दीज मेजर कंटिन्यूसली चेंज इन सम फिजिकल एक्टिविटीज़, जो भी एक्टिविटीज़ में चेंजेस होते हैं उनको मेज़र करता रहता है. एनालॉग कंप्यूटर डिस्प्ले आउटपुट इन फॉर्म ऑफ वेव और सिग्नल्स, और जो ये कंप्यूटर्स होते हैं ये वेव्स पे चलते हैं. वेव्स मींस जैसे आपने रेडियो में देखा होगा 84 मेगाहर्ट्ज़, 101 मेगाहर्ट्ज़, तो ये क्या है, ये इलेक्ट्रॉनिक वेव्स हैं सारी. Working in analog computer is not so easy. It's also be not easy. Waves or signals, they are no concept in a memory of analog computer. और इनमें कोई memory नहीं होती है. These computers are ideal in situation where data can be accepted directly from measuring instruments. ये directly instruments के द्वारा measure किया जाता है. Analog computer are first computer being developed that provide the basic फॉर द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ मॉडर्न डिजिटल कंप्यूटर. यही बेस था जिसके कारण मॉडर्न कंप्यूटर्स को डेवलप करके बनाया गया. दीज कंप्यूटर्स आर वाइडली यूज फॉर सर्टेन स्पेसिफिक इंजीनियर्स. ये कुछ स्पेशलाइज्ड इंजीनियर्स के द्वारा यूज़ किया जाता है इन साइंटिफिक एप्लीकेशंस के लिए, एंड फॉर कैलकुलेशंस, और कैलकुलेशंस के लिए मेजरमेंट ऑफ एनालॉग क्वांटिटीज़. They are frequently used to control processes such as those found in oil refineries where flow and temperature measured and are important. जहाँ पे oil refineries में जो temperature measure करना होता है और वहाँ की जो भी काम होता है, वहाँ का जो important काम होता है, उसके लिए ये computers, analog computers यूज़ किए जाते हैं. And the last one is hybrid computer. What are hybrid computers? A hybrid is a combination of digital and analog computer. ये किसका कॉम्बिनेशन है? ये दोनों का कॉम्बिनेशन है, डिजिटल और एनालॉग का. जो हमने अभी पढ़ा, डिजिटल कंप्यूटर्स एंड एनालॉग कंप्यूटर्स, तो ये दोनों का मिश्रण है. दीज कंप्यूटर्स प्रोसेस बोथ एनालॉग एंड डिजिटल डेटा. ये दोनों को प्रोसेस करता है. दे आर कैपेबल ऑफ गिविंग इनपुट एंड आउटपुट ऑफ बोथ सिग्नल्स. ये दोनों के सिग्नल्स को कैच कर सकता है, उन्हें सॉल्व कर सकता है और उन्हें कन्वर्ट कर सकता है डेटा में. जबकि डिजिटल वाला एनालॉग को कैच नहीं करता और ना ही उसका डेटा कन्वर्ट कर सकता है, ना एनालॉग डिजिटल का डेटा कैच करता है. These have a speed of analog computer and the memory and accuracy of digital computers. These have a speed of analog computer. लेकिन इनकी जो स्पीड होती है एनालॉग कंप्यूटर एंड द मेमोरी एक्यूरेसी ऑफ डिजिटल कंप्यूटर, और इनकी जो मेमोरी होती है और सावधानी होती है वो डिजिटल कंप्यूटर्स की होती है, और स्पीड किसकी होती है, एनालॉग कंप्यूटर की तरह. And hybrid computers are mainly used in specialized application where both kind of data need for being processed. They are used for scientific calculations in defense and radar system. All of you know about the radars. Most of the specialist hospitals equipments are hybrid computer where the input of the blood pressure of the patient and the output of the digital format, right? Now coming forward to the computer language, all of you know that the computer having a 5 type of languages. We are classified computer language Computer language means language is a system of communication between human beings. We use various languages to convey the through the views. Yes, these instructions must be stored in some kind of language, and the language is called a programming language. A programming language is a set of commands, instructions, and other syntax used to create a software program. So we classified the computer languages into a 5 parts: machine language, assembly language, high level language, fourth generation language, and fifth generation language. So all of you, did you know that why we have classified the languages in these categories? Because there are different type of methods. Because of the methods, we have classified these languages into a 5 parts. Machine language. Machine language is also known as a first generation language. This one is also called a first generation language. This is the language that a computer actually understand. A computer is a machine which works on electricity. All of you know that. Electricity signals are its main input. These signals are expressed as low voltage and high voltage. Machine language is composed of these 0 and 1. It is also known as low level language. Its main characteristic are it has high speed and it's processed very fast. Machine level code is very efficient. The use of machine language is very difficult. Code written in a machine language cannot be transferred to other system and has to be rewritten. Code is different to edit and update. So this one is called machine language. And after I will talk about assembly language. What is assembly language? Machine language was difficult to code and highly prone to errors. Hence, very few programmers were available to code using machine language to prevent these errors. Programming came up with a new language, assembly language. This was the second generation language and a low level language. This language used simple English words known as mnemonic codes. I already told you, before that mnemonic codes. For example, add for addition, sub for subtraction. They are called mnemonic codes, right? Because we are using in a computer, if you want to add two numbers, we have to give instructions like A double D, nothing else. So they are called the mnemonic codes. And the processing speed of this assembly language is very high. Code cannot be transferred to other system. You can't be able to transfer the codes. Need a translator to convert the code into a machine language. If you want to convert a language of machine codes, you need a translator. A computer can understand only electronic pulses. All of you know that I cannot understand the code of written in English alphabet. The mnemonic codes of the assembly language have to be translated into a machine language for the computer to understand, right? So assembler is used to convert assembler language into a machine language. Who is assembler? Assembler is used to convert the input by the assembly language into a machine language. And now moving forward to the high level language. What is high level language? High level language are the third level language. They are also called a third level language. They are very much like everyday text and mathematical formula in appearance. These are user friendly programming language. User friendly, why we are calling it user friendly? Because it's very easy to learn. Program written in a high level language are much easier to maintain and modify. Maintain and modify means if you want to copy, we can. If you want to change some changes, do some changes. If you want to do some changes on that, we can. A programming executed line by line in sequence. Easy to code and implement. Program written one can be implemented and executed in multiple machines. We can execute program in one machine and implement it in different multiple machines. Need a translator to convert a code into a machine language. Okay, so this one is very easy. Like the assembly language. The high level language are also required to convert into a machine language for the computer to understand. There are two type of translators. High level two type of students, make a note of this. There are two type of translators. Two type of translators means both of them are the translator, interpreter and the compiler. Both are translator, interpreter and the compiler. So what are interpreter? This converts a high level programming into a machine language line by line. It also executes the program line by line. If there is any error in the program, translator executes stop. The error is reported for debugging. And the compiler converts the entire program written in high level language into a machine language in one go. एक ही बार में वो पूरी लैंग्वेज को, हाई लेवल लैंग्वेज को कन्वर्ट कर देता है मशीन लैंग्वेज में. अगर वो कहीं फेल होता है, इफ इट फेल टू कन्वर्ट द प्रोग्राम, अगर वो प्रोग्राम को कन्वर्ट करने में फेल होता है कोई एरर के कारण प्रेजेंट इन द प्रोग्राम, जो कि एरर प्रोग्राम में है, ऑल एरर आर रिपोर्टेड टुगेदर अलॉन्ग विद अ लाइन नंबर्स. तो वो एरर को लाइन नंबर के साथ बताया था किस लाइन में कौन सी एरर है, उसको सुधारने के लिए. फॉर डिबगिंग दिस इज़ फास्टर एंड कंपेयर टू द इंटरप्रेटर प्रोग्राम. ये बहुत ही तेज़ है इंटरप्रेटर के मुकाबले. एंड ऑल्सो कंज्यूम लेस मेमोरी, और ये बहुत ही कम मेमोरी, बहुत ही कम जगह घेरता है. सो डिबगिंग मेंशन अबव इन द प्रोसेस ऑफ रिमूविंग ऑल एरर्स. और डिबगिंग के द्वारा हम क्या कर सकते हैं, सारी एरर्स को हटा सकते हैं कंप्यूटर से. सम एग्जाम्पल्स ऑफ हाई लेवल लैंग्वेजेस आर, ऑल ऑफ यू मेक अप नोट ऑफ दिस ऑल्सो. हाई लेवल लैंग्वेजेस आर बेसिक, C++, Java. These are the high level language. So what we have learned, assembler, compiler and interpreter are language processor, which are a type of system software. They are the types of system software. Okay, language processor. So that's all for the day. Students, I'm sending some definitions also. You have to learn that definitions and write it down in your computer notebook. Thank you. Have a nice day.